Welcome back to Love, Marriage, and Relationship Karma. Today, we confront the heaviest burden in partnership. It's the fear of commitment, loneliness, and the cycle of abandonment. Now, I want you to reflect on this crucial struggle. Do you repeatedly find yourself drawn to relationships that are emotionally unavailable, geographically distant, as in long distance relationships, or that simply refuse to progress to a mature commitment? Do you struggle to trust the stability of a partnership, always waiting for the other shoe to drop? If the fear of loneliness or the burden of duty dictates your love life, then your soul's assignment involves Saturn. It's the great karmic accountant. It's ruling responsibility, structure, and time. The lesson is about transforming past life abandonment and shirked duty into unshakable, mature commitment. The struggle with commitment and fear is rooted in a karmic debt that's related to structure, to loyalty, and the endurance of hardship. What could your past life scenario have been? You could have been the abandoned spouse, or you may have shirked the vows. The Saturn block stems from a past life where either you were unjustly abandoned or you were the one who abandoned others. You may have been the abandoned spouse, which is a Saturn trauma, who suffered immense loss and loneliness when a partner walked away from a long-term commitment. Could have been due to war or debt or betrayal. What could that have been like for you? Well, you lived a life of crushing weight and solitude. And now that memory, that imprint, it returns as a current life fear of vulnerability, leading you to preemptively abandon or sabotage relationships before you can be hurt again. Your soul needs to learn that true commitment is a safe, stable container. Alternatively, you may have been the shirked vow, which is called Saturn duty avoided. You may have been someone who broke a sacred promise, like a marriage or a vow or a duty to the family or even a spiritual commitment, because the path became too hard or demanding. What that may have been like for you? Well, you sought the easy way out, leaving others to deal with the consequences. This debt returns as a current life fear of the weight of commitment, making every long-term relationship feel like an impossibly heavy burden that you must escape. Saturn demands that you prove your enduring loyalty. Now let's talk about the astrological code. Before I give you the astrological code in terms of where Saturn is, what kind of afflictions you may have in the planets in your house, please go ahead and check out the foundational videos in the playlist below so you can understand the astrological code better in your own personal chart in terms of where the seventh house is, what planets are connected to your seventh house, where your Saturn is, how is it connected to your partnership houses, to your fourth house, etc., and your Venus and the Venus afflictions. It would really help you to learn and understand this video a little bit more if you understand your houses and your planets. So foundational videos are going to teach you how to read your own chart and how to learn about afflictions and dignities and the 9 planets and the 12 houses. And it's going to be helpful for you basically for every video on this channel. Now let's talk about the astrological code. Look for these specific indicators in your chart to confirm this painful lesson. First, Saturn in the 7th house. This is the most direct signal. Saturn here delays marriage, brings relationships that feel heavy, duty-bound, or cold, and often attracts partners who are older or distant or emotionally unavailable. It feels heavy. This is Saturn's test of enduring loyalty. Next, look for Saturn aspecting the 7th house or aspecting Venus. Any strong aspect from Saturn to the 7th house or Venus, the planet of love, injects fear, restriction, and caution into the love life, leading to slow commitment and testing the relationship's longevity under pressure. Look for Saturn in water signs such as Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. When the planet of cold structure is placed in the emotional signs such as Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, 4, 8, 12, and if it's afflicted, it creates a profound fear of emotional depth and vulnerability, making emotional intimacy feel like a terrifying risk. So the goal of the soul here is to shift your relational identity from the fearful runner to the reliable foundation. You must replace self-sabotage with endurance. The first is mature commitment. Your core assignment is to align your relationship decisions with long-term reality, not fleeting fantasy. This means choosing partners based on integrity, responsibility, and shared duty, not just initial excitement of Mars or Venus. Next is the healing of loneliness. The virtue to cultivate is inner solitude, the realization that Saturn's tests are meant to teach you that you are whole on your own. Only when you master being alone can you truly choose a partner that's free from the past life fear of being left alone. Let's talk about a spiritual remedy here. So to conquer the commitment block and build enduring trust, we implement the following assignments. First is the small promise discipline. This directly counters the fear of commitment by rebuilding trust through tiny, safe promises. Every day, choose one small, specific commitment related to your partner or a close relationship. For example, I will put the dishes away immediately, or I will send that one supportive text. Fulfill that promise 100% of the time. This ritual over time rebuilds the confidence that you are a reliable, trustworthy partner, dissolving the karmic debt of the broken vow and reducing the subconscious fear of commitment. Next is the solitude immunity practice. This heals the past life trauma of abandonment. Schedule a mandatory, non-negotiable period of time each week, at least 1 hour, where you're completely alone, without digital distraction, for the explicit purpose of self-nurturing. I know it can seem like a long time, but you can do it. Use this time for silent reflection, for reading, or just quiet personal ritual. By consistently choosing and valuing your own company, you prove to your subconscious and to Saturn that being alone is a choice for self-mastery, not a punishment of abandonment. So what does all this mean? Well, your struggle with commitment is the universe's way of ensuring that your next partnership is built on a foundation of unshakable truth and maturity. The past life karmic lesson was a failure to honor the spiritual weight of loyalty and duty. The soul's assignment now is to become the reliable, stable foundation for yourself and your partner. Fulfilling this soul contract to master commitment is how you achieve the highest state of partnership, a union of two whole, mature individuals propelling you forward on your sacred soul journey. Now let's commit to maturity and stability now. First, in the comments, tell me, which house is your Saturn in? This reveals the specific area of life where your maturity and commitment are being tested. Second, schedule your solitude immunity practice for this coming week. Do it. And of course, if you'd like to schedule a consultation with me, if you'd like to take a deep dive into your own personal chart, you can reach out to me via the link in the video description or in the About section of this channel. And I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something from it in terms of Saturn in your chart on how that can affect your relationships. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit like and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this for more Vedic wisdom. Thank you for watching and thank yourself for watching. And that's all for today.